Welcome to day 2 of Bootcamp. We're going to talk about your niche. We're going to figure out your niche, and this is crucial. This is one of the most important things, especially in the beginning. If you don't have your niche, if you're in the wrong niche, you're not going to make money. If you're in the right niche, you're going to make a lot of money because your niche is the root of your personal brand and business. Well, how do you find it? It's kind of simple. Let's say this is you right here, and you have to look at your life. Let's say this right here is your life. Okay, in this box. What have you accomplished in your life? Okay, maybe you have a six-pack. Okay, you have a six-pack right here. Boom, you have those abs. You have biceps. Boom. You go to the gym often. Maybe you're good at drop shipping. Let's say this is Shopify. You're good at day trading, like this, those pips. You have to look at your life. Okay, what have you accomplished? What have you done so far? Or maybe you're good at studying. Let's say this is a book. You're good at studying. You have accomplished something. It doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to be super crazy like you fucking invented the light bulb. No, it can be as simple as you're, like I said, good at studying or something like that. And then you have to ask yourself, are you interested in these topics that I just mentioned? It doesn't have to be one of these, but just you get the point, like the things that you have accomplished, you're good at it, you solved a problem within these. Are you interested in them? Because that's very important, because you're not just gonna, yeah, you're good at something, but you have to also be interested in it. Okay, because people are also gonna notice it when you start posting. Okay, they're gonna notice, are you interested in it? And obviously, if you're not interested, then most likely you're gonna quit eventually because you're like, this ain't it. But let me show you. I'm gonna talk about my first info business, my first ever personal brand, the niche that I was in. This was me. I was like, 17 years old right here. And prior to this, I had been trading for around a year. Yeah, I had been trading in the stock market like this. And I started to get pretty good at it. And one of my friends actually paid me $200 to coach him. Okay, this was before I even started posting online. This was before. And this $200 made me understand that, okay, maybe I could potentially make even more money coaching people, make even more money helping people. So then I started to look at people online, on like YouTube. Obviously, I knew all the, I've been watching, at this point, I already have watched a lot of these mentors online, on Instagram, fucking YouTube, everything. And I started to understand that everybody that I was looking up to is pretty much making a lot of fucking money selling courses and mentorships. And there was like breakdown videos of these trading gurus. How much do they make selling those mentorships? And a lot of it was like, some of them were making even like $1 million monthly. I know that sounds crazy, but it's fucking true. And in this business, it's like that. When you sell info, you're gonna make a lot of money, especially if you're in the finance niche, which these guys were. So I was there looking at these guys making a lot of money, and I was making some money with trading. So I was like, why not? So I started posting videos online. YouTube. This was my first YouTube channel, by the way. YouTube. First, I was kind of scared to show my face. So I was like posting with only my voice. Not even my voice. It was like AI generated voice because I was too scared. I don't know what the fuck was I thinking. But obviously those didn't do well. I didn't get any bookings. I didn't get any sales or anything. I was trying to sell a fucking ebook at the time for like $8. I think I got one sale at one point, but that was after showing my face. But I was trying all this kind of stuff, okay, with my shit. And I started to record myself like trading in the markets. Like once I actually put my balls on the table, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna show my face and talk because this is what I like, okay? So I was pretty good at the shit that I did, right? I was teaching people how to trade. And then I decided to actually launch something. Like I said, before this, I had already launched the ebook for like $8. I got like one sale. My views obviously weren't that good, but at that point, I didn't know about anything. Okay, obviously, I didn't know about anything. but I was teaching people how to trade at this point, and I then decided to launch something actual valuable. I decided to open a $50 per month Discord access. Oh, where's the Discord logo? Like a Discord access. Let me try to draw the fucking Discord logo like this. The Discord access where I was live trading every single day of the week. Think about it. I was literally live trading in front of the students. Okay, and I had like at first, I remember the first sale was amazing. Okay, I got my first sale, first $50 per month client. It felt euphoric. Okay, I was like, wow, I'm making money, even though it wasn't much. But yes, I was making some money with trading, but this was like my first ever sale. Okay, yeah, I had one sale from the ebook, but this was like, wow, this is super powerful. So I decided to like go all in. I had like 30 clients in, and I was making like 1.5K per month. But you get the point. Later on, I started selling high ticket. I started to make like fucking way more. I'm gonna talk later about this in this boot camp, how I scaled everything, started to make way more money. But the point what I'm trying to make here is that I started with trading because I was good at it. I mean, I had the skill. Okay, I was making some money, but obviously I started to make way more money selling that info later on. I mean, I think I already mentioned in the day one bootcamp, I got to around 30K selling that high ticket. But regardless, you get the point. I decided to start teaching trading because first, number one, I had the skill. Okay, I was interested and I had the skill. When I started to make way more money selling info than trading, then I was like, I want to teach people how to actually make even way more money. And the shit that everybody that will look up to is doing, which is selling info. Then I started teaching info in this new channel, right? Because why? I had the skill, I scaled my info business, and I was interested. And now I'm recording this bootcamp, okay? So now I teach you how to sell info, okay? But you get the point. You have to be interested. I mean, you have to be skilled and interested, or you have to solve a problem. Now, why is it so important that you solve a problem in a field? Well, it's simple. People always pay because usually they're in what? Pain. There's something pain involved. It's uncomfortable. People buy food because they're hungry. They know that it's painful to be hungry and they're going to lose a bunch of weight. They're going to die. People buy water because they're thirsty. People pay for mentorships to learn how to make money because they're tired of fucking taking commandments from a boss. You get the point. People pay a lot of fucking money to get the problem solved fast. So they pay mentors like me or even you later in the future if you haven't started it. If you have already started, they pay you because they want to solve a specific problem. Like they want to get the problem solved. And this guy, I mean the mentor, aka you already solved the problem. So these people right here, your customers are gonna exchange money and you're gonna give them the solution, the mentorship, where they're gonna learn the skill. Now you have to be specific who you are trying to help, who you are. Because you don't make money if you're trying to help everyone, okay? You have to help X, this is the person, get X results. Let's say your transformation in your life was that you went from fat to fit. Then obviously you help fat people become fit. And if you want to be even specific, in 90 or whatever days. Okay, that's very important as well because this brings that transformation vibe. People pay because they want to transform their life. They don't want you to pay to get the knowledge. They want to transform their life. They want to get the result. Now, if you teach people about e-commerce, then don't just teach about e-commerce in general. What was your transformation? Maybe you didn't know how to run ads, but now you know how to run ads profitably. I help people who are struggling in e-com run ads profitably. That way, that makes you an authority when you have that niche clarity. People actually are willing to pay you a lot of freaking money because they know that they're getting that one specific problem fixed. Now, obviously, when it comes to niche and making money, there are some niches, some categories that make more, like not necessarily make more money, but it's easier to sell very expensive stuff, like finance related niche. Usually that's the top tier. Okay, finance, like this. Okay, finance related niches usually make, like, it's easier to sell to people, and they're gonna exchange a lot of money for the courses and mentorships, because people see this as an investment. Okay, let's say you teach people how to do day trading, you teach people how to do sales, how to do e-commerce, whatever it is. People pay for the mentorship because they see that as an investment. Okay, let's say this is someone, they're gonna give you a lot of money to get the mentorship because they know that they're gonna get something in return, aka the money back once they acquire the skill. Now, obviously, don't get me wrong, if you don't have a skill in the finance related niches, like you don't have any skills in that, don't worry at all, because there are a lot of other fucking categories that make a lot of money, like health. Think about it. Health is one of the major problems in the world right now. Like, people have a lot of problems in health, and people pay like a lot of money to get the problem solved. Let's say there's obese people, right, like this. They're gonna obviously exchange money to coaches who can coach them, like online coaches who can give them the blueprint to become fit. So they're gonna get a six-pack or something like that, lose weight. Okay, and again, these are all problems. People struggle financially. People struggle with their health. Some people, listen, bro. Some people struggle with relationships. That's okay, because let's say people, they have problems in their marriage. They have problems in whatever. Okay, people again are gonna exchange money to get the guidance from a coach. Maybe a relationship coach. Okay, they're gonna give them money, and these guys, the coach is gonna give them the knowledge to fix their marriage, to get girls, to get matches on Tinder, whatever it is. Okay, so you have to choose a niche that you are. First of all, what we talked about. What were we talking about? You have the skill, you're interested, and also be brutally honest. Do you think you can sell something? Can you get people to pay you a lot of money in exchange for the knowledge? Most of the time, yes. But here's a huge problem that most people make. Okay, let's say you now decided to choose your niche. Okay, and then you start posting videos online. This is a massive problem. Don't do this, please. Let's say this is Instagram, this is YouTube. Let's say this is, what was TikTok logo? Let's say this is TikTok and X, Twitter. You start posting. First, let's say your niche is day trading. You start posting about day trading in every platform, but then all of a sudden you start posting about dogs. Okay? Let's say this is a dog. You start posting about dogs, and then you start posting about e-commerce. And then you start posting, the next day you're going to post entertainment. Let's say this is entertainment. And then the other day, like even next week, you're going to start posting some fucking fitness content. Then it's like your audience is going to get very confused, and your audience, the algorithm doesn't even know what you're trying to teach or explain to your audience. So it's going to be a fucked up situation. Now, most people make this because they're trying to go viral. They're checking what is the new trendy topic, so they start posting that, even though their niche is, let's say their niche is fucking e-commerce. Okay, the Shopify logo. Okay, let's say their niche is Shopify logo, but they want to get views, so they see what's trending. Okay, and let's say right now what's trending. Let's say it is posting cute videos about dogs. Okay, so they start posting dog videos all of a sudden, and now their audience is gonna get confused. Or let's say trending is fitness. They start posting about fitness content all of a sudden, and again their audience is gonna get confused. Now the problem here is that you get views A lot of views if you're trying to go viral, etc., etc. You may get the views, but you're not gonna get the audience that is easy to convert into buying customers if you're trying to sell a dropshipping course or a mentorship. You get people from the fitness industry who want to go from fat to fit, but then you also get people from the dog videos, and then in the end, it's impossible to sell anything. That's why, therefore, do this. Stay consistent with your niche. Yes, stay consistent. Stay consistent. Yes, the views may be sometimes kind of stagnant or something like that, but the views don't matter. What matters is that can you convert those viewers into buying customers? That's what really matters. Okay, yes, views is always nice if it's from the real niche, from the niche. Okay, let's say you post about trading content and you obviously you have to start posting about trading, right? Post live trade recaps like this. And then the next day you can post a educational video, a student testimonial. But don't get me wrong, niche and style of videos is a completely different thing. What do I mean? Well, if you change your niche, that's very bad. Like if you're always posting about different stuff, that's bad. But you can stay in the trading niche. Let's say if this is your niche right now, trading. You post about trading, but you can change the style of videos, the formats. Sometimes you may post vlogs. Sometimes you can post fucking those recaps, those educational videos. You get the point. Style of videos. Sometimes you may have the camera in a different position. That you can do for sure. But don't change the niche. Don't change the niche. Okay, let's say now you chose your niche. It's locked in. Now, again, ask yourself, are you interested? Yes. Do you have the skill? You solve the problem? Yes. If not, then you have to find something. Okay. If you're not, then you have to go acquire something. Acquire the skill. Okay. You can be even good at reading, fast at reading. Teach people that. Doesn't fucking matter. Like it has to be something that a problem solved, and then you start teaching about it. Okay. And then obviously later, can you sell it? Well, that's what you're gonna learn later. But do you think that people are gonna buy? Most likely yes, because people buy almost anything. Okay, now I want you to comment down below the niche that you chose or that you're posting in, and I'll be happy to check them out. Obviously, make sure to like the video and subscribe. Tomorrow, day 3 is going to be something very important, crucial if you want to start making a lot of money with this. Okay, this is just the beginning, so stay tuned. As usual, I'll see you on the side. See you tomorrow. Peace out.